A bold expedition set out in 1775, bound for the frontier of Kentucky. What can this ancient journal entry teach us?
The William Calk collection is centered around William Calk's family, who came from Virginia to Kentucky in the 1700s. One of the premier pieces is actually a journal that William Calk kept when he traveled for the first time to Kentucky. William Calk traveled with some other men from northern Virginia to central Kentucky, so that was in 1775. The intent here was to come to Kentucky and start building homes and it'd be part of the settlement that became Boonesboro. At the time they were calling it Boone's Fort. Eventually the rest of Calk's family comes and settles with him in the area where he had built a house and some other things. And he kept a journal that was not complete sentences and certainly had some spelling and grammar errors. He refers to Kentucky as Kentuck, spelled with a C. Is that just the pronunciation that was coming across over to the East Coast, or was it his particular dialect coming from a particular part of Virginia? So along with the men that came with Calk were also a group of enslaved people. We don't know how many, we certainly don't know their names. Calk did not record that. And it tells us details like the things that they ate and the troubles they had and the people that they met and even where they stopped. If you took that trip today by car, it would be a 14-hour drive. And so they're traveling from March until May. We think of that journey as relatively easy. They were just coming over the mountains and through the Cumberland Gap. But what Calk's journal tells us is that it was really not as easy as you might think. They were dealing with snow in the mountains. They were dealing with terrible weather, animals getting stuck in mud. And then they were worried about the dangers of the native tribes in the area. And it struck fear in some of those men. Some of them did turn back. So this journal is a bit of a treasure piece because it tells us so much about a specific experience of people coming to Kentucky. It gives us a glimpse of one kind of experience and lets us compare that to, say, people who came a different route or people who were already here.
To learn more, visit us online at history.ky.gov. From the Kentucky History Center and Museums in downtown Frankfort, I'm Doug High.